Yo, it's your boy Munna Duke, and I just jumped out the porch with Dirty Glove fast.
I ain't take off, I just took me a break. Free them boys that's fighting that case. If ass niggas steady tricks to the state, tell me something.
All right, y'all, so we got Munna Duke off the porch with us today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, feeling blessed.
All right, so you know I'm finna put you on blast because this is your first interview. Why would you say you're waiting till now to like actually do them?
I mean, personally, like I really don't be into interviews. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they be asking too many police questions, so I don't be into that.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I feel it.
I think it's like it's a time for people to know like who I am. Like people already know who I am, but like you know, like personally, like you know.
You know, that's what I was gonna ask, cause I ain't gonna lie, you kind of like a mystery, cause you know we've been paying attention to the Chicago drill scene for like years, and so it's like once I saw you and I like did some research, I was like, oh, so he.
Yeah.
How did you remain a mystery like after all these years?
I ain't gonna say a mystery. People been knew me. Like
yeah, I wouldn't say a mystery, but like you know.
Yeah, I mean it's like I don't know. I just came once I came home, you know, cause I never really like was rapping for real. So like once I really came home and started rapping, well, people already knew me cause like back in the day, but like once Vaughn like you know blew up, started rapping, so that kind of put like a boost because he always, you know, say my name and things like that. So they like, hey, who is Duke? Who is Duke? For the people that didn't know like who I was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then it's like, once I came home, they like, oh, that's Duke right there, you know, like that.
Oh, wow, okay. So let's get into your background and your upbringing. I already know you from O Block, so just talk about your personal experiences growing up there.
I mean, growing up there is like, it ain't what people, you know, like what people make it seem.
Like how they make it seem now?
Yeah, how they make it seem like, oh, I ain't going over there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, I don't know, maybe because I've been over there, so it's like, I'm kind of used to certain things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it ain't bad. It ain't bad over there. It's good over there, actually.
Yeah, I know now people treat it as if it's like a monument or like a museum, like going and taking pictures, like all that stuff. Is that kind of weird to witness, being that you actually grew up there?
Yeah, it is, because it's like, from seeing how it transformed from like back in the day to now, it's like, it's not weird, but it's like kind of like good to me, because it's like, there's a lot of talent over there, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, from Vaughn to, you know, Top, from Box, from, you know, a lot of different artists, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's actually talent over there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Now, how would you describe your upbringing there?
My upbringing?
Yeah, like what was you into growing up there?
I was really just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just like, been around there like my whole life, so it's like, I'm chilling, just, you know. You know how, when you was growing up as kids, you probably was playing basketball, playing football, doing this and that, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
People was doing that.
So, like, I've had to talk to, you know, some people that grew up there, and they were saying y'all had to grow up kind of fast. So, did that happen in your case, or were you really just like?
I mean, I ain't gonna say I grew up fast, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, as life go on, it's like, when you look back at things, like, damn, time flying, you see what I'm saying? But I kind of grew up fast, but then again, I didn't, you see what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, you know? So I ain't gonna say like, I really grew up fast.
Right. So being on the side of Chicago that y'all were, what would you say that it really teaches you as a man?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Being on the side of Chicago that y'all were in, like, oh, like, what does it teach you as a man?
As a man, it teach you how to be aware of certain situations, how you grow as a man, period, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people like grow up with nothing, like parents don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, poverty, you don't have nothing. So it's like, when you growing up from a kid into a man, you gotta do things on your own. You gotta figure things out. So it's like, you gotta figure it out.
And who are some people from O Block that you really like, y'all really got it out the mud together?
Like, man, me, Vaughn, J Money. It's a lot of people I can name, you know what I'm saying? I'll be naming for a long time, but it's a lot of people. that.
Now, with you and Vaughn, I know you guys were really close friends. So, what was that dynamic with you guys? And as far as music-wise, was there anything that he really like instilled in you when it came to making music?
To be honest, I never even looked at Vaughn as a rapper because I didn't know him as a rapper. Like there's something he did once he came out of jail, you see what I'm saying? So it was like, it was kind of all new to me because I never pitched him. As we was growing up, he never said like, I'm gonna be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? So this just came about. So when I seen it like happen, like out the blue. So I didn't even get the chance to really, I had some conversation with him about music when he asked me, like when he came home, he like, I'm finna start rapping. And I probably started laughing or something like, nah, I don't believe it, you know what I'm saying? But it transformed, like, it transformed.
So what was it like witnessing his success from him telling you he wants to rap till the pivot that he hit with music?
That shit amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, like how he just grew within a short period of time, you know what I'm saying? From dropping his first song, his first video, like The Problem, and to then, like, you know, keep working. And then once cause I had got locked up. So I ain't really knowing what was going on like that, cause I ain't in the real. But then as I'm hearing and seeing him in the magazine and seeing things like that, I'm like, man, this shit crazy. He a real rapper now. Like,
right.
You know?
So were you rapping before you got locked up, or?
Nah, to be honest, nah, I wasn't rapping before I got locked up.
Wow, so what would you say really sparked you to pursue music after you got out then?
My people's actually,
Did you want to fix your watch?
yeah, my people's actually, like, told me, like, even when I was in jail, they like, man, you finna get out and start rapping. I'm like, nah, I ain't finna get out and start rapping, you know what I'm saying? But they like, man, you go ahead. So once I came home, I told myself, like, I'm gonna start rapping and see how it go. And then it just happened.
Wait, did you come home in 2021?
Yep, 2021.
Wow, how long were you in there for?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was that like, well, were you like in and out, or was it just?
In and out?
Yeah, like, you know how some people are just like in and out of jail, like throughout life?
I mean, nah, like, I was in jail when COVID was going on, so it was.
How was that?
It's ugly. It's ugly.
Really? Did you ever catch COVID, like, while you was in there?
Yeah, I did catch COVID.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did they at least give y'all, like, any type of...
Nothing.
You just had to thug it out?
Gotta thug it out.
Damn. Okay, so when you first caught it while you was in there, was you like, what the fuck is this?
To be honest, I'm thinking, like, it was all, like, a mystery. Like, you know what I'm saying, on TV. I was seeing people, like, COVID this, it was just blowing up. So I'm like... Nah, I don't even think that's real. Like, you know, people wearing these masks and stuff like that. I'm like, man, that ain't real. Until I actually caught it, I'm like, yeah, it's real. It's real. That shit real.
What was your symptoms?
My symptoms really was like, I was in the bed for real. Like, I couldn't even really get up. Like, my body was hurting and shit like that. I'm like, nah, this shit for real. I couldn't even really eat or nothing like that.
Damn, and like facing like the flu or something, like while being locked up, it gotta be a crazy experience.
Just imagine being in there and you don't get nothing to treat it. You just gotta thug it out. Ain't no tea, no halls, none of that.
And everybody just in there sick.
Everybody just sick. Just
coughing.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Woo, that's crazy, but we glad, you know, you made it through, you pushed through.
For sure.
So, getting back into your music. So once you got out, did you instantly start recording, or it took you a little minute to like get in the groove of it?
Actually, it took me probably like a month since I got out, because I was on house arrest for 2 months. So I was getting a little movement, but I wasn't able like to go to the studio at these times, you see what I'm saying? So it probably took me like 2 months actually when I got off house arrest to actually like go in the studio and start recording and things like that, so.
Oh, so were you just writing from the house like then, and then took it to the studio and started recording?
Actually, I was just going in there saying what I got to say.
Really?
I wasn't even really writing for real.
Okay, so was it your recording process kind of weird because, you know, you ain't never did that before?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, you see what I'm saying? Like, as I'm going in there and I just say what's on the top of my mind, you know? So, but as time got to going, it's like, it kind of got like a little, you know, easier as time get to going. As you get to practice and being in there, like, more often.
Now, your initial thought when it came to you pursuing your rap career, did you automatically think like, I gotta be on some drill shit because you know that's like the thing where you're from?
I mean, not really. It just like, well, I gotta rap about the shit that I probably been through, I can relate to, you see what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it, like things that I probably been through in life or some shit like that. So that's what I'm like, you know?
Do you feel like the drill era really shaped Chicago to like where it is now, as far as musically?
I mean, yeah, but kind of like, yeah, it's all type of different talents in Chicago too, like with like singing, drill, like.
Y'all got house
you know
music crazy.
Yeah, house music, little juking songs and shit like that. So it's really, it's different. But like the drill, I think like a lot of people from a drill scene, like it kind of like did it.
So while everybody was like, you know, reaching their success with their music careers in Chicago, were you kind of one of the ones that was like just supporting you, like that's cool, but I don't think that's for me?
Yeah, I was just listening to it. I'm just listening to their music, like I relate to their shit and I listen to it. But that's how.
So is it kind of crazy now that you're like pursuing this shit full time?
Yeah, now that I'm really like actually doing it, from seeing like other artists is doing it back in the day to now I'm like doing it. Like it is like kind of like, damn, now you rapping. You know?
Right. So what would you say is like your motivation to keep you going with it?
The motivation to keep it going rapping is like, I got a family, you know what I'm saying? I got people that's dependent on me. So it's like, I gotta, you know, be consistent, take it serious. It's a job now, so that's what I gotta do.
Right. And what would you say your grind looked like back then when you were rapping up until now?
To now, like my grind, it's been real raw. Like the grind's been, as the times get been going, and to the music that I got now, to what I heard back then, it's like, yeah, it's different.
Wow, so what would you say were like some certain type of challenges that you had to face along the way?
Along the way? Like through what, like the music career or
music,
just like
life, like all of that?
Like basically like struggles and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like shit that I was going through, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like just ain't having certain things in life, you know what I'm saying? Like just ain't having certain things to now like being able to do certain things that I could do now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like that.
And I do also want to ask you, what would you say is like one of the biggest risks that you've had to take with your music career?
The biggest risk I probably had to take was basically putting my all into music, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't, like I said, I ain't never think like, damn, I'll be rapping. So the biggest risk probably like putting my all into music and just leaving all the other shit alone. Right.
Would you say that music has kind of helped you as far as kind of calming down like the stuff that you were into before?
Man, yeah, music help you because it's like, with music, it's like time, it take time, you know what I'm saying? So it eliminate other things that you would probably be doing, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like being outside or doing anything. Like when you're in the studio, you working, like constantly working, so it eliminate other things that you probably could be doing.
I feel that, I definitely do. And when it comes to your sound, like how exactly would you describe it?
My sound?
Yeah.
I say like, I don't know how it probably sound to other people, but me, I'd say like smooth, you know, like I ain't really doing too much all hyped up. I just think like, I don't know, my sound is probably kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of a funny question.
So how long would you say it really took you to build your confidence going from, you know, doing what you were doing to now stepping in a whole nother ball game like music?
My confidence, I ain't gonna lie, like when I first dropped my first video, and then it did like, like 1 million views and shit. And kind of like by me I just started rapping by my own YouTube channel and shit like that. So that kind of motivated me like, damn, how you get all these views type shit. So that kind of actually motivated me the first video. And then just working after that, seeing like the numbers improve. So that's how it went.
And so since people were familiar with you like back in the day, do you think that kind of helped with your music that you put out now?
Maybe so, yeah, maybe so. Like from people knowing me, like knowing who I was already, to like, you know, being Vaughn, you know, being like friends with, you know, Muwop, my brothers and them. So they seeing them like, they saying like free me, so they already knew who I was, you know what I'm saying?
So I wonder like the reaction when you put out your first tape, you wasn't expecting that, huh?
The reaction, I kind of was, but then again I wasn't, because it kind of like did like real good, you see what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So that kind of motivated me to want to like keep going.
Right. So I saw like you got a clip with you and Big 30, like y'all in the studio or something like that. So what are y'all working on?
Man, it's shit in the cut, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I knew you wasn't gonna tell me.
You gotta be patient.
How did that dynamic even come about?
That dynamic came about. How did that die? Let me see how that died. I ain't gonna lie, he had like a show or something in Chicago or some shit like that. And then he had came to the block, you know what I'm saying? And we was out there chilling and shit, you know, building a bond and shit. And we kind of locked in right then and there, you know what I'm saying? So we just been locked in ever since.
Now, looking back on Chicago's music scene from back then, of course, drill era until now, in your personal opinion, like, how do you feel you guys are progressing in this current time? I
feel we progressing, like, real good, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, far as like, back in the day, it's kind of like taking time for like artists to like, even though they had talent, it was kind of like hard for like people to probably reach out to them or like, you see what I'm saying? So now since Chicago probably got like a spotlight because of like people like Vaughn, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So now people looking at us, you see what I'm saying? So that kind of like helped.
So I did hear like, well, I've heard a lot of people say that the Chicago music scene kind of was a little bit stagnant until Vaughn like came back and like woke it up. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So what's your perspective when it comes to that?
He woke it up for real. You see, like, man, that shit was, it's like unbelievable to me, like, because I went out to really witness what was really going on. So by me coming out and seeing like how he impacted like Chicago for real, you know what I'm saying? He put a big impact on Chicago.
Do you feel like with what he did with Chicago, it kind of helped open the doors for like you and other people?
Absolutely, I think that, yeah, absolutely. Because I don't think people will know like who he is. They'll know because they probably heard of it, but they ain't like, oh block, woo, woo. So now they probably be knowing like, oh, woo, they from right here. This where Vaughn from, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Wow. Now let's get into your first song that you ever dropped. That's the one that, is that the one that gave you your buzz?
Nah, I mean it did, but not here.
What you say?
I hear, I mean not that. Then I hear like another one after that called Winning. You see what I'm saying? That was kind of more like the beat was kind of like a more, you know what I'm saying, like bump. So it's like that one. Then I hear a few more after that though. You know what I'm saying, like.
Now I did realize you haven't dropped no projects yet. When we gonna get one?
Before this year, with.
Okay, can you tell us about that, or are you gonna keep it a secret? Keep it a mystery?
I mean, I'm gonna just tell y'all to be looking out for it, because it's on the way.
Okay, so what would you say is like the inspiration with this new project?
Inspiration on this new project is basically like, you know, things I've been through in life, things that I can relate to, you know, just seeing things, like, you know, just basically life, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Why would you say like now is the time that you're really being consistent with your music?
Now is the time is because it's the time. Now is the time. It's like I got to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got people depending on me, I got family, I got kids, so it's like, it's the time for me to do it.
It is. And I got the chance to listen to your music, like you go crazy. You really do.
Thanks.
And also, who do you want to work with in the future?
In the future, like artists who I work with in the future. I don't really want to say people's name like that, but.
Oh my God.
I mean.
You could just name like one person.
That I'm looking forward to work with, like who I want to work with.
Or you don't even have to say looking for, just somebody that. You
something soft, huh?
He said something soft.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though, cause I do want like a little song for like females, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, like I'll probably be looking forward to working with like Lakia or somebody.
Oh, you know what? You and Lakia would go crazy.
Yeah, something.
That'll
like
be hard.
That.
You know the females is really like they doing their thing. Have you been listening to some of the female music that's been coming out?
Yeah, I kind of listen to it. Well, not me personally,
Do
but
you be sneaking and listening to it?
I hear it, like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm in the hood or something.
You know, y'all be.
If I'm in the hood or
fooled.
something, then, you know, the females probably playing certain
You know, they be playing that fuck nigga free.
Yeah, shit like that. Like, yeah, so I ain't got no choice but to listen to it.
I love that. Now, with your new project, outside of that, what's next for you?
I mean, just keep working, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside of the new project, I'm looking forward to shows, going on tour, things like that, you know? Just getting better and better as time.
Oh, wait. Okay, so you also recently hit 1 million views with Millions, the drill artist Millions.
Yeah.
So talk about that and how that even came about.
My boy, Mill, that's my boy, we locked in. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, we locked in, you know? We met through Instagram and shit like that. You know, he slid to the block. He hit me up, say he finna slide to the block. He slid, you know. We kicked it, went to the studio, shit like that. Shit, we made a hit, shit. We still locked in though, that's my boy.
You recently dropped your visual for a quick message. So let's talk about that and the inspiration for it.
Quick message, that's just like some shit I just made, man. You know, it's just a quick message. Me and my boy Dre on that, you know? That's some quick shit.
You are so, this one right here, you literally keeping everything a damn mystery.
Nah,
like.
I ain't. I'm just letting you know. A quick message.
Are you introverted?
I said I ain't take off. I just took a break. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just take
Are you a pretty introverted person? That basically means like you don't really like affiliate with a lot of people. Like you, if we walk in the room and be like, hey, like you'll say hi, but you're not gonna hold like a full conversation.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I'm gonna say that because like, not saying like I'm not antisocial, I ain't friendly, it's just, I don't really be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Okay, so what are some things that you would like people to know about you?
Some of the things I probably like people to know about me, you know? I ain't evil, you know what I'm saying? I don't envy no motherfucker,
I'm not
shit
evil.
like that.
Do people call you evil?
Nah, people probably just think that or some shit like that. Or maybe because I don't probably associate with a lot of people, I probably think like, what's he on? What's wrong with him? Ooh, it just, I ain't that type of person. But I'm not no, how can I say it? No nigga that be like, oh, he think he too good. I ain't, nah. I just have to know you. If I know you, then we'll have a bond, like, you know, but people I don't know, I probably like, I don't know, so shit.
You think you're gonna do some more interviews after this?
I don't know, it depends. It depends, but I fuck around do though.
I think you should. I think you should you gotta do more interviews, because I feel like, you know, you keeping it light with us on the porch, but I feel like once you start getting your groove, you gonna start, you know?
So you think like I ain't, you don't think you say I'm keeping things as a mystery?
You keeping it light. You keeping it real, not too much. It is.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
It's really cool, like you real chill.
Yeah, I'm a chill person. To know me, if you know me, you'll know like, then I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Some people probably like, don't, cause they don't really know me, so they'll probably be thinking like I'm this type of person, that type of person, but they don't really know me, so.
Right. Now, going back one more time back into your artistry, where do you really see yourself in your career? I would say in the next like 2 years. The
next 2 years, I can see myself, man, as a big artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like consistency, working, you know, networking a little more, I see myself as a big artist in the next 2 years.
I see it, like you go crazy. Your numbers are really good though, like all your videos, I was looking at your numbers and I'm like, damn, for you to not have a project out and you just drop singles and then coming out like in 2021, you really stepping on shit. That's cool. How do you feel about that? You kind of just humbled?
No, I appreciate that, you know, I appreciate all like my people who looking at it, who supporting me, you know, things like that. I really probably didn't expect it, you see what I'm saying? But as me, as a person, people used to always tell me like, shit, before I started rapping, people used to be telling me like, shit, you should start rapping. Just how I like carry myself or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So the numbers good to me. You know, I thank everybody, support everybody, you know, and I just keep looking to improve as, you know, as the time go on.
And you're independent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you plan on signing anytime soon?
As long as the numbers right.
You said $5 million?
As long as the numbers right, we can make it happen.
But you low key, like you doing real good independent on your own. So it's like, you get you a good solid team, you gonna be straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Be on the lookout for the tape, you know what I'm saying? My people's name dropping. Box, he just dropped the tape. Top dropped the tape. And shit, you know, just be on the lookout for mine.
You ain't give us no name of the tape, no nothing.
Welcome to the jungle.
What, it's called Welcome to the Jungle?
Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay, features.
I'm gonna keep that in the cut. But I'll give y'all just two. Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
Can you give us at least one?
Just one?
Just one. You just gotta say one.
I'm gonna give y'all one off my block. My block. I ain't gonna give you no bacon or nothing like that. My boy Lil 450, Lil Gleesh.
Cut the cameras, cut. No, I'm just playing. All right, and before we wrap up, do you have any last words or shout outs?
Yeah, shout out all my people's rapping, everybody from the block. Hope they, you know, keep doing good. You know, shout out my people's and them for making this interview happen. Shout out to my boy Track, I fuck with Track, you know what I'm saying, 100K. My boy DQ too, I forgot about DQ too, so, you know, he gonna be back soon too, so, yeah, that's basically it. Man, just say, you know, just say, yo, boy, man, I don't just say, yo, this my boy, Wop, man, he gonna be, I'm gonna say this my boy, Wop on the phone, he gonna be back soon, man, you know? Do you wanna say something or nah? I said, do you wanna say something? Man, just say something, man, just say, like, just say what's up, man. This your boy Muwop, man. You know, I'm gonna be back soon, man. You know, something like that. Alright.
I ain't take off, I just took me a break. Free them boys that's fighting that case. Bitch ass niggas steady trick to the state. Tell them suck my dick and tell them free raise.